All right, you guys, as the Arizona Cardinals prepare for the Tennessee Titans offense this week, we got to talk about the young fellas, Zaven Collins and Isaiah Simmons. I know what Chandler Jones brings to the table. I know what Budda Baker brings to the table. I know what Marcus Golden brings to the table. Devon Kennard, J.J. Watt, Jordan Phillips, Corey Peters, Jordan Hicks. I know what these guys bring to the table. But in the offseason, the Arizona Cardinals made a move that probably had a lot of people scratching their head. And you're probably thinking like, man, why did these guys draft another linebacker? But what you fail to realize as a fan is that they're building this defense. And you got to build this defense around guys like Budda Baker, guys like Chandler Jones. Hopefully Chandler Jones will remain with the team. Definitely love Chandler Jones being on his team, but I understand that he just wants that extension. I know what he's crying out for. He's crying out for an extension more so than leaving. And hopefully the Arizona Cardinals, if Chandler Jones has a great season, will bless that man with another contract extension. I know what J.J. Watt brings to the table when healthy. You're talking about two guys that can get to the quarterback in Chandler Jones and J.J. Watt. But this ain't about them. This is about the young fellas. See, when you are going into the draft, you're thinking about drafting dogs, and you know what a dog is. That player that's going to leave it all out there on the field, the guy that's making plays, the guy that is the face of the defense. But now, I'm not going to use that concept anymore about drafting dogs. I'm looking for werewolves. I'm looking for silverbacks. That's what I'm looking for. Apex predators. I'm looking for them on defense. Isaiah Simmons was drafted last season, 8th overall. And Zaven Collins was drafted 16th overall. Now, pretty much, they've given a backseat to Jordan Hicks. He's still on the team. I thought that they would trade him because they did allow him to seek a trade, but nothing ever panned out of that, so he's still with the team. But at the same time, boy, would these two young guys be tested on Sunday. They're going to be tested. You're talking about one of the best running backs, if not the best. No, let's say Derrick Henry is the best because he's a back-to-back rushing champion. And then not only is he a back-to-back rushing champion, he just came off 2,000 yards rushing. We know what Derrick Henry brings to the game of football. He's a flat-out dog. But on defense of the Arizona Cardinals, you're looking for werewolves and silverbacks. I saw Zaven Collins make plays in the preseason that really had me thinking like, man, this kid is going to be special. Isaiah Simmons, I seen him make some plays, and then I see him some plays like, he needs to be a little bit more physical. But at the same time, if both of these guys pan out to be studs at linebacker, this defense could be special this year. Everything is going to be given to these guys this season. The keys have already been given to Zaven Collins. He's going to be starting, not Jordan Hicks. Isaiah Simmons needs to have a breakout season, and I think that he can. The talent is there with these guys, but they are going to be tested against the Tennessee Titans. You're talking about two good wide receivers over there in Julio Jones and A.J. Brown, and then being able to stop Mr. Derrick Henry. That's going to be a tough thing for these two guys. But if they go out there and make plays and stop Derrick Henry from rushing over 100 yards, I feel like these guys are on their way. It's going to be a long season. It's 17 games this year. Can Zaven Collins and Isaiah Simmons be the real deal in Arizona? Because if these two dudes end up being a real deal, this defense can be really nasty. Now, I still say at the corner spots, we still don't know, because you no longer have Patrick Peterson. But at the same time, if this defense jails, if everybody is buying in from day one, these young fellas hit the ground running on Sunday, and they're stopping Derrick Henry in the backfield. They're stopping him from being explosive out there, because you know how mean that stiff arm is with Derrick Henry. He will stiff arm you. That's one thing I got to say about Derrick Henry. He will stiff arm you to death out there. So these guys better be ready, man. You know, playtime is over. You had your time to play. It's time to take the pacifier out your mouth. It's time to take the baby bottle away. It's time to take the training wheels off the bicycle. And it's time to let these two guys hit the ground running. If Zaven Collins and Isaiah Simmons hit the ground running from day one against the Tennessee Titans, this defense can be nasty and it can be special. They got the pieces, but it's all about putting it together. And on Sunday, we really going to see what these young fellas got. We really going to see. If you're the Arizona Cardinals, you want these two guys to be silverbacks and werewolves. You want these two guys to pan out. You want this tandem to be nasty and nice at the same time. I really think if Isaiah Simmons and Zaven Collins puts this thing together this season, Arizona Cardinals defense can be special. I know what everybody else brings to the table, but what do they bring to the table? What do Isaiah Simmons really bring to the table? What do Zaven Collins bring to the table? I saw Zaven Collins shooting through the gaps in preseason. Can he do that against Tennessee on Sunday? Can Isaiah Simmons get interceptions or punch the ball out? You're looking for guys to have great IQ, because football is 90% mental, 10% physical. What will they bring to the table on Sunday? Because everything is predicated on these two young fellas picking up this defense and running with it. And I want to see these two young guys have success on Sunday, but it's going to be very, very tough going against Derrick Henry. Can they stop him from getting over 100 yards? That's to be determined on Sunday. Make sure you guys subscribe to Noble Sports Entertainment, and I'll be back with more Cardinals talk. Appreciate you guys for subscribing, and I'm out of here. Peace.